There's a reason why Neopets was bought by Viacom and then sold to Jumpstart and reached as many users as it has today. And that's because it took an innovative idea and ran with it. The issue that Neopets faces is years, almost a decade of stagnation, where it didn't implement many big changes. Here are my 3 ways that Neopets could fundamentally fix Neopia. Neopets succeeded because of how unique it is. It should focus on those integral, unique parts that no other game provides. Lippincott calls this experience innovation. These are the activities with the brand that set the brand apart and make it superior in its class. A defining moment on Neopets is when a user goes and creates their Neopet. When you want to get a new Kachik, you create a Kachik. That's why we see so many videos here on YouTube of users creating a Neopet. That's why when I get messages from people who've created new accounts, they tell me about how they created a new Neopet. Neopets should focus on that paradigm. That idea that when you become a Neopian, you create a Neopet. They could do this by highlighting Neopets' birthdays the same way they highlight birthdays of users. This includes a congratulatory Neomail, site theme, and increased possibility of random events. Why doesn't Neopets do this with the Neopets themselves? It would be like, your Kachik is 4 years old today. Here, have a slice of cake. Here, have the site theme, and also, check out these times you spent with your Neopets. On Facebook, they do a year in review. On your birthday, it notifies your friends. Why don't we have anything like that on Neopets for your Neopets? A reminder email to the email account that you set up your Neopets account with would be a good way to attract old users to return to their site to celebrate their Neopets' birthday. What do you guys think of this idea? I mean, have you ever celebrated your Neopets' birthday? How did you? Or why don't you? There are Neopets experiences that draw users back that were once loyal. These experiences are the monthly freebies, the Neo Lodge, checking your Neopian bank interest, buying stocks, and placing food club bets. These experiences have proven to be successful at retaining users. For instance, when I go on Neopets, I only do those things. Neopets should show users that it's making strides to regain their trust by working on these portions of the site. I don't mean completely changing the way they work. That's completely against what I'm saying. I'm saying elaborate their appearance and focus energy on them. The stock markets page has tables from the early 2000s. The version of HTML that's running on these pages is so low. Their status display that Neopets doesn't pay attention to where its traffic is. Efforts should go renovating these pages and making them look up to date. A little HTML5 wouldn't hurt. What events do you participate in, even when you're not actively playing Neopets? What draws you back to the site? Growing up, I spent a lot of time on the Neo boards. In the early 2000s, the Neo boards were up to standard with other forms on the internet. Now, not so much. Most game sites have permanent edible posts. Neopets still doesn't. I think this contributes to a culture of low-quality posts. If a user posts something that doesn't contribute to a greater conversation, it doesn't matter because it will be deleted in about 12 hours. There's little incentive to creating thoughtful content on the forums. When you give users the opportunity to have permanent posts that they can share, you give them the opportunity to have a sense of pride over what they contribute. I think that Neopets should completely renovate the forum system and integrate links to posts on the forums into Neopets user lookups. I also think that the guild's homepage either needs to be taken down or totally renovated, because this page is static and was from before Neopets 2.0. Another thing that Neopets can do is reappropriate power over challenges. The Neopets team shows jurisdiction over contests and the spotlights. I'm not saying give all the power to the users, but I'm saying maybe institute more mini-mods, to give more free time to the Neopets team members to work on greater projects. Along this line is redeveloping the Neopian Times. It updates once a week like a business newsletter. It's not modern, and it doesn't reflect the internet landscape of virtual games. If instead of only once a week, articles were published as they were edited, I feel like it would be much more flexible and have more interest from the community. I just want you to keep in mind that these recommendations may seem large in scope, but they can all be broken down into smaller projects that can be addressed by a small team. As for site updates, the Neopian Times returned, meaning that the editor-in-chief is back from maternity leave. I love it when we see advancement in the right direction on Neopets. Also, AnMJ is going back to the lab ray, unless you send a transfer to pick her up. If you're interested in having this beautiful Maractite Tico in your Neopets team, go ahead and send me a message. In other news, the Outdoor Cup will be having a staff tournament where we will meet our new Neopets team moderators for the first time. Shout out to Neopets user Talv who sent me a Neo mail telling me she subscribed to this channel. Thank you so much. I get a lot of random Neo friend requests. Feel free to send me a message too. I love talking to my fellow Neopians. If you're still in the mood for some more Neopets content, I do have an entire playlist, and this channel started off being only Neopets. Otherwise, check out these two specific videos. A tiny daily worth hundreds of thousands of Neopoints isn't gonna scare me. Watch me take on the lever of doom in this video. Neopets is great, and it opened the doors to thousands of other virtual pet games. I recently started playing Leoden, which is a lion pet sim. I made a video that showcases 5 different gameplay strategies that you should be sure to not miss out on. Check that out here. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more like it, and leave a comment below. Thanks, bye!